there is a man in the deep. They prefer to have the third man outside. 2 men allowed inside the ring in the first 10 overs.
And it's a good approach, very direct. Doesn't mind coming around the wicket to the left-handers. All going towards the target. Good load up towards the batsman, and he's got an excellent wrist release. Generally, the seam goes down very, very stable, which maximises the chances of it swinging. And generally, his length's good, isn't it? Gets full.
A slow delivery ends the over. 74 for 2. It's a good little partnership, like I mentioned earlier. 56-59 came together when they were 18 for 2. Ricky Ponting has been a popular man because of the news channels in India. It's going to be a good contest though. 7-match series. A lot of cricket to be played. Australia won the toss and decided to bat first. 13 overs gone, 74 for 2. It's a very good partnership between Hayden and Michael Clarke. Things were looking good for India at 18 for 2, but Australia have come back strongly.
So we've got some footage of the last over. Hayden leg glancing down to deep square leg, sort of a Ganguly Fields. Just wondering whether he's a bit proppy there. You just see his face. Goes down, whether that's a quad or a hammy. Or maybe a dodgy carry there we had for lunch.
It's got fine. It'll be just a single. Irfan Pathan, the fielder. They're just catching his hamstring, like I mentioned.
Yeah, look pretty innocent, doesn't it? And hamstrings are going around world cricket. Shane Watson's at home. Well, there you go. And really high as well. So he won't be able to stride out too comfortably. Always appeared to be a man who didn't really enjoy his fielding as much as most people. I think he'd be pretty happy just bat.
The whole of India will be hoping that he's fit enough to bat, because he gets a lot of runs and boundaries. Well, the slip has gone out now. More defensive. 4 in the ring on the offside, saving the single. Well, the man at slip catching. And now he's looking to cut off the singles and create some kind of pressure. This one man at third man. Look to board around the off stump just outside. Sloppy work. Don't pick up a single though. It's a good fast outfield. Rahul Dravid has played all his cricket here in Bangalore, the local boy.
Yeah, Robin Singh won't be happy, the fielding coach from India. And it's just bubbled, hasn't it? It's a bit higher than he thought. It's one area which, particularly in the 2020 competition in South Africa, the younger Indian team was superb in the field.
Very expensive, with outstanding, like Damon Fleming mentioned, in the 2020 format. One of the problems is a good batting surface and 2 good batsmen, not allowing him to settle down.
And a big problem for RP Singh is he's not getting the new ball. Zahir Khan, Sri Sant were preferred. They both swing the ball, but RP Singh, if we saw some of his dismissals in the 2020 World Cup, a lot of them were LBWs of right-hand batsmen coming back into him. But as we talked about, the good bowlers, and there we see him very consistent there. 4 for 13 versus South Africa, and in the final 3 for 26. Excellent stuff.
It's called a wide. Shastri, the umpires, had a good game so far. One of the problems, because of the left-right combination we're seeing. The bowlers unable to adjust. Seen the Indian bowlers in the past do not bowl too well to the left-handers, but here they're struggling against the right-handed Clark.
And also, for the development of a younger bowler, well, you've got to learn to bowl when it's not swinging as well. You'll try and bowl a bit quicker, use your quicker bouncer, change your pace with slower balls.
Good running. With 4 men inside the ring saving the single, so he had to make sure that he got it to the man a bit off.
And there's the mainstay of the attack. There's Pathan, who got into some form in the 2020 World Cup, and good to see him back in the team. He's an exciting talent with bat and ball. Man of the match in the World Cup final, first Pakistan. So he'll be on top of his confidence.
Should get a single to end the over. 14 overs gone, 78 for 2. It's going to be drinks.
Continued his great form with the ball, and a superb catch. Yuvraj Singh diving horizontally. We get a great shot here of it. Full stretch. Doesn't let it bounce out when he hits the ground. There's the second one from Sreesanth. Good bowling. A lot of outswingers. That one seamed in. And Brad Hodge adjudged LBW. And the Australians were in real trouble early. Just seeing there, just that natural variation of outswingers and then the one that seams in. So Australia were 18 for 2 at this stage.
Well, Zaid Khan's been outstanding. 1 for 25, Sreesanth 1 for 24, but too many wides. Sreesanth outpacing a touch expensive, 7-0 at this stage. Just 3 bowlers used so far. 18 for 2 at that stage. Looked like India will control, but then a good partnership. Hayden's on 34, 37, Clark on 22. It's the Future Cup. It's going to be a great series, 7-match series. Just the 2 day-nighters. Irfan Pathan will be expected to come to the attack a little later. Sreesanth will continue. Irfan Pathan might be brought on after the 15th over. We'll see as few overs as possible in the power plays. Again, changing his pace. 82 miles the last delivery. Saw a couple of slower deliveries in the last over from Sreesanth.
Well, he's digging deep here. Quite hot out there, especially when the sun breaks through the clouds. Not as much swing now, so he can just run in and hit the deck and improve his consistency on that line. But it is quite a humid day, plenty of clouds, but when that sun comes through, we definitely felt it out there before the game.
Bowes looking for the big shot. This is the breakthrough India needed. This partnership was looking threatening. 60 runs the partnership. Man, what a big wicket this is. Matthew Hayden, much to the joy of the crowd, has to go back.
And Matty Hayden, he's not happy with himself. He's had a brain explosion. Sreesanth's consistency, hitting middle, they miss you hit, and just see the sheer delight there from Sreesanth. The big wicket of Matthew Hayden on his way for 34. Australia 78 for 3.
A good average. But the important thing, he gets his runs very quickly, so India have to get him very early in the innings.
2 slips in good too as well, so good captaining here from MS Dhoni. Sreesanth still moving the ball, and every batsman's vulnerable early on in their innings.
Just a little bit of swing. We're talking about Sreesanth bowling too many wides. He's bowled a couple of wicket-taking deliveries. That's mattered a lot. Real poor shot from Matthew Hayden.
Great bowling here, and this is the dismissal of Matthew Hayden. Good length there from Srisanth as well. Like Hayden couldn't hit with a vertical back straight over his head. He had to go to mid-wicket. And that says it all. Matthew Hayden closing the eyes, knows he's on his way. Good reward for Srisanth, who's charged in, hasn't always got the ball in the right area, and he knows how to celebrate.
A bit of extra bounce. Will get off the mark, Simons. We're talking about Srisanth celebrating. You better be a little cautious, a bit careful about where he runs when he's celebrating. After getting rid of Matthew Hayden, he was running right down the pitch and is being cautioned by Steve Buckner. Still a slip in position against Michael Clarke. Past the outside edge, thick part of the outside edge, will be cut off. The running between the wickets is going to be extremely good. 2 for Michael Clarke. Let's take another look at where Srisanth was celebrating. Missed the wicket, and look at that, right in the middle of the pitch. Steve Buckner was quick to notice it.
That wasn't his follow-through, was it? It's a pretty long follow-through. Has he aped his celebrations on yourself, Shiva? Were you much of a celebrator when you got a wicket?
I thought you saw my match last night. One played in 1985. Ramesh Fawad the deep. They look for 2. Fawad does well. Just a single. 82 for 3. The second power play just concluded. It's still going at a good rate. 5.47. Just lost 3 wickets. That's the important part. Very much even Stevens at this stage. India will look at another wicket in the next 5 overs. So the last of the power plays, would that be taken? 16 to 20. Second power play, they had 3 men outside the ring, so they have to have just 2 men inside the ring. Beg your pardon, 2 men outside the ring. Suresh Shastri will just confirm. Just looking at the field, we'll know. And looking at the field, there is a man at... you can see 3 men outside the ring. Against the right hand, Clarke 4 inside the ring on the offside. There's the man at third man. The fine leg is coming up now. The square leg is going to remain behind.
I think MS Dhoni was just checking the rules with Steve Bucknor there, knowing that there was only one power play where you can have 3 out, and then the other one you've got to revert back to just the 2 men out.
Just running up to his bowler like it normally does, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Just to calm his bowler down, RP Singh.
Another injury. He spiked himself. It's the last 5 overs, the second power play. So just the 1-6 from Matthew Hayden, the top edge of RP Singh. A couple of 4s. I think India would be happy with only going for 26 in that power play.
Also picking up the wicket of Matthew Hayden. Hesitation. Andrew Simons was taking a long start at the non-striker's end.
Good start to this over by RP Singh. First one getting through to Dhoni. Second one making Michael Clarke hit to mid-off. I think they've given him too many balls on his pad, so he's been able to whip through the leg side, trying to get him to hit on the up to that offside field there. May bring a wicket.
Good shot. Great fielding. Gambhir, the fielder. This young generation of Indian cricketers are stunning in the fielding department.
And it creates pressure. creates doubt in the batsman's mind. Will we go? Will we go next time? So good one for stopping the ball. That would have been 4 if it had gone through. But a pick up and throw. Gambhir just showing the athletic side of the Indian team. Robin Singh, the fielding coach, done a lot of work there, and it's probably the one area where they can improve.
The wrist is slip in position. He's got to be careful. There's good captaincy from Dhoni, attacking the new man in Andrew Simons. He realizes the importance of getting out Andrew Simons very early in the innings.
It's good carry in this pitch. Dhoni in the 16th over, taking it around, hit chest height, so just the one off the over. Doing good stuff, getting it on or outside off stump.
That's gone through, and it's a quick outfield like it was mentioned earlier, and you get good value for your shots.
Well, the power of Andrew Simons. You get too full, let him free his hands through the offside. He's as good as anyone in the world, and India do not want to get this man off to a flyer. Head nice and still, nice and relaxed. He knows it's going all the way. So first boundary there to Simons.
No swing for RP Singh, so he's got to adjust the length. With just a single to win the over. It's 88 for 3. Well, 270 will be a good score on this pitch. Just a couple of wickets can pull it back for the Indians. And wickets in hand, just coming out of the 2020. There's the possibility of getting to 292. Good delivery, but we'll pick up the single, Simons.
Yeah, and have a look at the pitch here. It's nice and hard. It almost looks like a Gabba in Queensland, and then Brisbane, where Australia played normally the first test. It was relayed about 12 months ago, and 2 New Zealand curators have really got the clay content up to 70%. So that will induce the ball to get more bounce and more pace off the pitch. Oh, just got a little inside edge there. The other thing, Shiva, is impressive covering of grass as well. Not so much for the spinners, but for the quick bowlers. That'll bind those cracks. They won't get any more bigger throughout this game. And they're the 2 New Zealand curators, Blair Christensen and Betty O'Connell. And Blair Christensen, the guy on the left, is the head curator in Napier, New Zealand.
It's a slow delivery. Would have missed next on by reckon Steve Buckner. He's the man who matters. Thought about it for a long, hard while, and in the end, up went the finger. And had him. There's the new man at the crease. Oh, waist high full toss will be one for the first time. It's also a no ball. That's the first warning from Buckner.
Welcome to the crease, Brad Haddin. He would have been looking somewhere down 2 or 3 metres on the pitch to read the pitch of the ball off it. And here's the wicket of Andrew Simons. Leg spin out the back of the hand, just going on to hit leg stump. So good varieties again from Sreesanth. He mixes it up. Very, very unpredictable. And he's doing a great job for his country today. And apologising for that full toss there around the chest area. So he's had one warning.
It was a change of pace that did the trick, and I thought it was the off break, slow one. And Andrew Simons was dismissed. I thought it was the off break. It was the leg break coming from behind the palm. Very well disguised. and deceive the batsman, hitting him low on the pad, and a good decision in the end from Buckner.
Actually not unlike Venkatesh Prasad, the bowling coach from India, used to bowl a slow ball out the back of the hand like that. That was very, very hard to pick. There's a different celebration each wicket. I think he choreographs all this.
Another good delivery. Well, he's been all over the place at times, Srishant, but he's picked up 3 wickets. That's what his role is as a bowler. He's given the liberty to go flat out and bowl quick and try different variations and try and pick up some wickets. 3 for 31 into his 7th over. Venkatesh Prasad will be happy with the performance so far, and he'll be a lot happier if they bowled a lot fewer wides.
But that's what Sreesanth provides. A lot of variation. Wide of the crease, hits hard on the bat. At the end of a successful over for Sreesanth. Australia 91 for 4.
"17 overs, 91 for 4. Won the toss and decided to bat. Lost Gilchrist and Hodge early. Then a good partnership between Hayden and Michael Clark. Hayden fell to a poor shot. Srishant being the pick of the bowlers, 3 wickets for him. Andrew Simons also departing early. Slower delivery doing the trick for Srishant. A lot depends on the low order now after this partnership.
Well, James Hope's coming from a successful tour of Pakistan with Australia 8. There's the Indian bowling figures, and they're impressive. And that man, Sreesanth, 3 wickets to rip through the top order of the Australian team. And Michael Clark, Brad Haddon, both play for New South Wales. Close mates. And I'll have to dig deep here. Australia need a partnership, at least for the next 20 overs. I think some score around 300 will be enough.
Change in bowling now, Zaid Khan to the attack. But Srishant has been warned for a high full toss. Maybe he was looking for the Yorker, the first delivery against Brad Haddon.
Yeah, that's not a happy feeling for Brad Haddon to be in. He would have lost the ball totally. Steve Bucknor is straight onto it. One more and he's out of the game. But it's such a fine line between where you release for, say, a Yorker to a full toss. So we'll definitely give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, difficult decision as a straight umpire. He depends a lot on his partner at the square leg. Shastri, the umpire. Let's take a look at the square leg umpire. Does he give any kind of an indication? Well, straight away, yes, the square leg umpire indicates to the straight umpire it's above the waist. First one, he'll be cautioned. Second one, can't bowl for the innings.
Good bowling change from MS Dhoni as well. They're on top. He brings back his best fast bowler, Zahir Khan, and reduce another wicket here. Well, you're really starting to get into that middle to late order of the Australian team. So James Hope's flown over because of the injuries to Shane Watson, who's done his hammy again. Gets an opportunity. Patan warming up.
Good decent speeds by all the bowlers, more so by Zahir Khan. Also been accurate with the kind of speeds that he's generated. Not a great deal of variety.
I think he's matured really well. He spent some time out of the Indian team, went and took a heap of wickets for Worcestershire in the county cricket, and just seems to have really clicked and at the peak of his career. Someone who can spearhead this young Indian pace attack.
So one of the other good things for India is that they can delay bringing in Patan till the 21st over. Then they can spread out the field. Irfan Pathan had a good outing in the 2020 World Cup, but here against Australia, bowling with just 2 men outside the ring, could be a difficult situation for him. The things working for India at the moment. And Dhoni wants the man at mid-on in to stop the single. Ramesh Pawar, the fielder there. They look for two. Wide open spaces. Michael Clark puts up two to end the over. It's 93 for 4.
Well, they say the capacity's 55,000 at this stadium, and it must be very, very close to that today. And it's been amazing the last couple of days. The 2020 win by the Indian cricket team has been unprecedented publicity here. Plenty of flags and cheering. The noise when MS Dhoni went out to toss the coin was amazing. So great to see. This is going to be a fantastic series between these two great teams. So there's the Manhattan for the Australian team. Good middle period there when Matthew Hayden and Michael Clark were going. And then those wickets in the last couple of overs. So Australia need to rebuild. And to talk you through that, Aaron Lull and Barry Richards.
Thanks, Damien. Well, India have really come in very strongly after that partnership between Hayden and Clark. It's wickets. It's all about wickets. And they've got some very valuable wickets thanks to Srishant. So it's been difficult to read. He's got a lot of variety, bent on using it, sometimes wavered, hence those wides, but always very effective. 2 slips for him. That's good captaincy, because Australia, well, are down. They would be defending at the moment, hoping to get themselves in, desperate for a partnership. Dhoni going in for the kill.
Yeah, good captaincy from Dhoni. He's attacking all the way. He's using his attacking bowler, the one that's getting the most movements. Confidence is up. Another wicket here, and he realises he puts Australia right on the back foot.
That's well bowled. Getting him onto the front foot. He knows he's got 2 slips. Wanting to get the ball to move towards there.
Oh, well, there's a number. You're probably on the wrong bloke. It should be on maybe one of the other members, that bloke. I'm sure Chris Broad's watching too. He won't want to be reminded it was his son Stuart Broad. 6 sixes in 1 over for Yuvraj. He should perhaps have number 36 on his back. It's not to be. The man who's doing all the damage for India, Srishant, he's number 36. Here he comes.
I think that's something to do with the number, because 36 seems to be working for the Indians.
Maybe he's looking 3 for 36. He's got 3 for 31 at the moment. A few wides thrown in there, but he's certainly an aggressive young man, and he likes to attack. So does that man when he gets the bat in his hand. Look at this strike rate. That's ridiculous. That's a Barry Bonds, I reckon. Plays baseball in America. 194.
Another slow one, but he's got this one away. It's through. There's no chasing that one down. Well adjusted there. Really had the measure of that, hadn't.
Bowls it well though. He really does, because the arm speed is exactly the same. So his arm comes over at the same speed, and the ball just pops out. And he's looking for the court in the covers, caught and bowled. And he had to delay his shot. Brad Haddon did it well. Very fast outfield. Crowd really getting into it. And they've enjoyed themselves, and India have provided them with a lot of excitement.
That's well bowled. A single to end the over. It's 98 for 4. With just the 3 bowlers used so far. Zahir Khan 1 for 27, 3 for 36 is Srishant, you called it, Barry. RP Singh bowled 5, none for 34. But now a bowling change. Irfan Pathan lends a lot of balance to this Indian team. is back in this fold. He's got the ball in his hand, and he's going to be bowling the last of the power play overs. Power play number 3 ends at 20. So he's got to have to bowl this over with the field restrictions on. So he's got a deep square leg and a deep third man. He had a more than decent 2020 World Cup, used all his experience and bagged the Man of the Match award in the final. That's a trophy he'll cherish all his life. He's got the ability to bend it into the right-handers. Now we just got to see whether he's going to use that. He's also got 19 overs gone, so he's got a pretty oldish ball.
I think he's broken his bat. They're very soft these days. You can see the amount of wood in that bat sideways on. There's almost an advertising opportunity. I hope I don't stir everybody up with that. It's so thick down the edges these days. It's obviously a favourite.
Well, it's clear he's going to be bowling that length. He's going to allow the ball to do something in the air, or if he can manage to do something in the air.
And that's a good idea. 98 for 4. If you can sneak another one out now because of you using the swing, and he seems to have got his swing back, so he's inviting the drive. He's got mid-off and mid-on pretty straight and quite deep. Nice big bat that Haddon's got, so even when he's pushing hard, which he does, the ball's going to travel quite quickly to the men at the outer edge of the circle, but he is providing the opportunity for swing.
He's going to vary it, that's for sure. We saw a lot of variations there. There's Haddon with a few problems with that bat. He's asked for a tape. I wonder how many bats he would be carrying. If day 1, he's gone through 2.
Oh, these days, I know Herschel Gibbs, for one, puts the number of bats that he's had just at the edge of his grip. He pulls the first part of his grip down and he writes it. And I had a quick peek the other day, it was 45.
What happened there? Those are the variations we're talking about.
Dead spot. Absolutely. They're going to be the odd dead spot on the wicket. And that surprised everybody. Just wonder how this is going to work on the mine. What place you have that dead spot. Even though it's got quite a lot of grass on, there's obviously a few of those little dead spots. Can't play those. Good bar play, though.
Absolutely on the mark. Does he have an opportunity? No. That's good running. That brings up the 100 for Australia. It's 100 for 4.
They do play a lot of cricket together, these two. They play for the same state back in Australia, so they've got a good understanding with the running between the wickets. There was just a little bit of an opportunity there. The time not quite quick enough. Second 50 coming in 64 balls.
That should end the power play. 3 runs from this over. It's 101 for 4. So that should ease whatever nerves Irfan Pathan had. He's bowled a pretty decent over. He's pretty much managed to put the ball where he wants to. And there is a little bit of variation off the wicket as well. There has been some indifferent bounce. That's the bat that's being fixed. That's a bit of a favourite. He's already got a 3 or 4 tapes on it. But you're right about the thickness of the bat, Barry, and the fact that they're not so compressed, so that you get a new bat on and you can walk into a match with it. There's no really banging in period or things like that we used to have in our times. Just walk in with a bat and it's hitting off the surface beautifully.
And going miles. Ramesh power. Mind you, this is quite a big ground. This does give the spinners a little bit of an opportunity to throw the ball up, the odd one. They might disappear out the park, but every now and again you can throw one up, try and deceive the batsman in the fight, then you can use your outer fielders.
Well, the light's coming on. It's pretty bright out there at the moment. But as far as Ramesh Pawar is concerned, he flights them a lot. In fact, the deep positions sometimes are attacking positions as far as he's concerned. But he's gotten a slip. They don't have a long off, long on to begin with. Now he's going to flight it. He's going to invite that shot. There's the fielder now moving back to long on. So they want them to play against the spin. He's only got 3 on the off. With a slip, that's the 4th. That's the speed he bowls at, and it doesn't give you much pace to work with.
I love it. He really does bowl a nice loop. He gets it above the eye line of the batsman. And you've got to generate all the pace off the bat.
That's wonderful. If you don't have pace to work with, you can't really keep playing it in the gaps on the onside for singles. That's the problem.
And he's got 3 men out deep. Deep backward square, deep mid-wicket and deep long on. So if you want to take him on, you've got to really hit it off the middle. Anything not off the middle, the deep fielders are really in play.
That's the flatter, quicker one. There was a bit of an opportunity there for Haddon, but it's just too early into Ramesh Pawar's spell. So he's also wary of the fact that they're 4 down. Beats him in the flight. That's the one that sort of dips on him, inviting him to use his feet, not really reaching the pitch of it. Haddon.
This is beautifully bowled. It really is. Lovely flight, just a bit of turn. Classical way to get somebody out. He's just a little unlucky. Just dropping on him all the time. Unusual stance of the crease, Brad Hatton. He's almost got his bat resting on his front leg. Don Bradman used to have the bat resting between the 2 feet. A lot of the major players have it behind the right foot. He's got it almost behind the left foot, the front foot, for a right-hander, which is highly unusual. That is very unusual.
Oh, threw him, almost bowled him, but it's gone for runs. It's going to be 4 byes. But that's a magnificent over bowled. 105 for 4.
Wallop.
So 105 for 4. It may well have been 5. The last ball of the last over, just going over the middle stump. Exceedingly well bowled. He got in a maiden, but 4 runs conceded through byes. Beat everything.
I'll tell you what, they are bowling so well in pairs. And that's the secret for India. This is just magnificently bowled. Look at that loop and the turn. It bounces on the seam, grips, beats his batsman. He beat him in the flight. He really did beat him in the flight. He was almost playing and feeling for it. It's magnificently bowled. And that's when it's an unlucky game. He did everything right and didn't get a wicket. Just as I say, the Indian bowlers have bowled well in pairs. It's been a key.
Bit of indecision there, he'll have to hurry. Makes it with ease. But yes, you're right, both these bowlers are absolutely on the mark. That was an exceptional over by Ramesh Pawar. Should have had his wicket, but take a look at this. Look at that fielder coming in to intercept. That caused the indecision and may well have netted a wicket. That's good cricket. They're getting singles. That's what they need to do. Just keep changing the strike. Let not the pressure build. There are a few gaps now because the field restrictions have been relaxed and there are only 5 in the circle. Srishant, the hero for India. Till now, 3 wickets for 36.
I just wonder if he's another 6 inches taller. Ideal fast bowler.
Oh,
to be very
Has he
close.
got a
Almost
man?
run out. Everything's happening here. Sorry, Aaron.
Including me.
That had to be out. Surely it was so close. Could have been LBW. Almost got bowled and could have been run out.
Was that an inside edge? Did it carry? And then if this had hit, look where he was. Goodness me. How do you describe that? It's all happening there.
I don't reckon he got an edge.
Another one that came a little slower than the batsman expected. The previous one was also a slow one because he released it with that off-spin kind of an action, an off-cutter. Take a look.
Now, how's that not out? Gee whiz, he's lucky. He got away with it, and then he got away with it again. He better buy a lottery ticket tonight.
He wants one, he's have to hurry. That would have been mighty close. It's 108 for 4.
You can't afford to even go to the toilet here. You're going to miss all the action. It's amazing. 2 dismissals of one delivery almost, then almost a run out. I think a little unlucky when he threw it. It just hit the edge of the pitch and bounced over the stumps. There we go, 108, 4.9 per over, not enough.
Well, about the last 10 overs have been a great period for the Indians. They've come back, at least as far as that bar chart shows. Not too many runs, they've got 2 wickets and pressure on Australia.
Yeah, very good bowling as a pair. Patan rediscovered that in swing. Here they come, the lights are on, the sun's out, but they take a while to warm up, and that's why they've come on early.
Well, that's the one that he bowls with the flatter trajectories. He's using all his variations. That's delivery number 7, which is dot for him. He's off to a terrific start. He's gone over the top and he succeeded. That is beautifully played. Safest area on the park, over the bowler's head for 4.
He won't be disappointed though. Michael Clarke didn't get all of this. Had to wait just a little while, and that's when you do them in flight a little bit. He throws it up. He's prepared to give it air. Well played in the end though by Clarke.
Well, that's what you've got to do to him. You've got to go to him, you've got to reach the pitch of the deliveries, because he's not offering any pace. But you were right, that's exactly what he wants you to do as well. You can slip in that slower one and the one that sort of leaves you, the flatter trajectory one.
He's not the epitome of an athlete, Ramesh Power, but he's a mighty big factor when it comes to providing some variation. There, the bowling speeds. You can get it to 90, that's the quicker one that sometimes goes away from the right-hander, right down to the 70s, where you've got to generate all the pace off the bat.
They're taking their chances with the infield now, these singles. As long as there's no hesitation, you're probably going to get away with it. But when you play to a fielder directly and then go off for a run, you better make sure you don't hesitate.
You have to just run round it as a left-hander, and that's why they took him on. But you're right, it's very dangerous.
He's gone straight again, and maybe 6 this time. Yes, it is. 6 to end the over. It is 121 for 4.
Well, when he lobs it up, they're going to take him on. He'll have to readjust the field a little bit. 2 strong men at the crease with big bats. happy to go straight. Maybe long on has to get back.
So on the current rate, they should reach 263. They'd be exceedingly happy with that, but they're 4 down, so a lot can change with the wicket falling now. But this is the last ball of the previous over. That was a terrific hit.
Yeah, 4 in the old money, 6 in the new. This is decimal. The old was pound, shillings and pence.
That's it. It landed on the rope. So that was a big over for Australia after a while that the Indians had them shackled. That should reduce some of the pressure.
There's a little pressure coming on now for the Indian captain, who's behind the stumps. Just have to start thinking a little bit more about the field placing. Yeah, 1 or 2 big overs like that, and then suddenly the whole match is turned on its head, and the pressure goes the other way. And suddenly Dhoni needs to start thinking about who bowls in tandem with who, and what sort of field. Not only what field you have, but what fielders you have in what position. That's going to be vital too, because this is going to go down to the wire. A bad over here, or a misfield there, or a misrun out here is something that just turns the game around.
Well, he's come up to the stumps. I wonder why that is. Maybe there is, sometimes they sort of plan a leg stumpish delivery, hoping to try and get a stumping round the legs. But there was no real intent shown by the batsman to go down the wicket to Irfan Pathan, and yet Dhoni's come up.
He might have just been batting out of his crease. Wants to change the length for Pathan. Draw him back into the crease so he can pitch it up for that little bit of in-swing. Look for the LBW. I suppose the other thing is, if it hits on the pads or it's just nudged on either side, he can try and prevent the run when he's standing up. But it's always something that it's two-edged, isn't it? Because it's almost impossible if there is a thin edge for a wicketkeeper to catch it standing up. It's always going to go for 4. So you've got to gamble a little bit. So he's got him back in his crease. So Pathan can perhaps bowl a little fuller than he would normally do if they stood out of the crease and created a different length to try and get it to swing a little.
Oh, that's played late, fine, and gets the desired result. Very well executed.
Good shot. Very good shot. Too short. Knows there's no slip, so it's not very dangerous, because even if it comes off the top edge, it's going to go for runs. Played so late, almost out of the wicketkeeper's gloves. We said the 10 overs previous to the last 2 was a good period of play for India. Suddenly, it's just changed a little bit. The last few overs have been all Aussie.
It's 126 for 4. Well, the Aussies have pulled things back. 2 of them are well set now. They're hoping to turn the pressure back on the Indians. This partnership building, 36 of 46, so they're well in control now. Harbhajan Singh missing out on this one. Ramesh Pawar ahead of him in this one. So it's 126 for 4, 39 for Clark. He's looking dangerous. Haddon also well settled at 19. Time for a change in commentary. There's Ramiz Raja, and with him is Greg Blewett.
Thank you, Arun. Action is on. His last over was an expensive one. But he's such a good bowler to watch. He flights the ball in one-day cricket, which has become a bit of a rarity. Down the track once again, and quickly getting to the pitch of the ball. is so vital to Australia. Michael Clark, set batsman. Australia been hurt quite badly with all those follow wickets. And credit to India for thinking wickets. Hadden will come back for the second. We've seen a lot of quick changes from MS Dhoni. I think that seems to be the latest fashion in one-day cricket. I think teams were pretty successful in the 2020 cricket when they rotated their options quickly. Seems to be helping MS Dhoni here also. Short bursts allowed fast bowlers to be fresh, and also they picked up wickets.
The crowd in good voice today, making a lot of noise. See themselves on the big screen. It's his variation power. Bowls one almost across the seam. That's his quicker one, and he bowls his normal off spinner, which is a lot slower. An attacking off spinner.
Pick up single of the last ball, 25 ball, 130 for 4. Not yet employed. The big three will be under a bit of stress there. There is Dravid, Ganguly and Sachin. James Hopes, Bradley Hogg. And after Bradley Hogg, we've got Brett Lee and Stuart Clark. The younger brigade of India will keep Sachin, Dravid and Ganguly on their toes. There's always already a debate happening in India whether these three are required in 50-over game or not. So even though they've got a fantastic track record, but it's the performance on the day and how will they perform. They have not really played any international cricket for a good 20-30 days at least. Oh, well, it's a direct hit. MS Dhoni looks pretty keen, but the umpire is not interested.
RP Singh was the fielder down at third man. Hadden coming back for the second. Moved around well to his right. Bit of a roll and then a quick release. I think this is a direct hit. Maybe not, but I think it's safe to say Brad Hadden got home reasonably safely, but the Indians a lot better in the field these days.
Coming back to Sachin, the big three, in fact, and we all know that if you haven't played quality cricket, it can be difficult, even if you're a star cricketer, to come in and force the Australians on their back foot. It's not going to be easy for these fellows. Dinesh Karthik not playing today. Othapa is the other omission from that 2020 winning squad.
Patan bowling well, not giving the bowlers a lot of width outside off stump, as we see. Reasonable length, but more importantly, a good line. Only a couple of deliveries outside the leg stump, but generally most of the balls pitching in line with the stumps, not allowing the right-hand batsmen to free their arms.
In fact, he's improved a great deal as a bowler. I think he's become a lot more complete bowler, Irfan Pathan, because earlier in his career, he was willing to operate just with the new ball. That is the impression at least we were getting. But now he's been given a job description which is to come in the middle phase of the innings. And he's shown his talent by slowing down his pace. We've seen a good bit of variations creeping in his overall game plan, which seems to be benefiting India. Single taken, 26 gone, 133 for 4. Current rate 258, 6 and over 278, and we know that Australians can get there because they play intelligent cricket. And so far, these two have been very intelligent against Ramesh Pawar. Didn't pick up the slow delivery, Andrew Simons.
Andrew Simons didn't look that impressed with the decision. Sweep shot. Thought it was going to beat that man at 45. Another single. Gandhi, the fielder on that occasion. Another young, talented player, left-hander at the top of the order.
Not given as a wide, so probably that ball kissing the pad or part of the body. Look at that flight.
He's a real old-fashioned spinner, isn't he, Ramesh? He's got a punch in the back by the elderly Barry Richards behind me, but he saying to the batsman, if you're good enough to try and run down the wicket and hit me over the top, good luck to you, but I'm going to back myself to beat you in flight and spin. And that's his variation. A little bit quicker. All good spinners have got variations. But I think in modern cricket, the spinners are generally a lot quicker through the air, but Pawar really slows it up and makes the batsman generate the own pace on the ball.
Yes, he may struggle at the end of the innings or near the end of the innings with this kind of strategy, but in the middle part of the innings, he can pick up wickets with this lovely flight. Ganguly with that fumble. 50 partnership is raised. He is not feeling too happy. 140 for 4. Michael Clarke and Brad Haddon. 45 and 27. Good partnership.
Two lookalikes, aren't they? They look the same and they bat the same as well. They grew up together playing junior cricket. Both played for New South Wales. Very similar mannerisms. There's Ganguly, limping off with that hamstring injury. So that might put his place at the top of the order in jeopardy. If he's off the field for, I think it's more than half an hour, he can't bat higher than 6, I think, Ramesh. You might know a little bit more about that, but disappointing start to the series. So if Ganguly wasn't in South Africa for the 2020, would have been looking forward to a good series against Australia, and it's like he's twinged the hamstring.
He's made few alterations in his bowling action. He really used to wind up, and as a result, he was getting the swing on the ball, but the pace was missing. I think with this altered action, now he's just a little bit more upright, not as side-on as he was early on. He's getting the ball to go through quickly. He worked hard at the MRF Cricket Academy. having a chat with him the other day, and he said that more adjustments have been made by him in the mind than in the bowling action, but he's still running in quite nicely. But this is where he's made that alteration. He really used to go behind his ear, almost behind his shoulder, losing a bit of bite, and now he's made that alteration and he's looked pretty solid. Lights are on in the sport production for BCCI. This is turning out to be a very intense cricket game here. Run rate once again over 5. At one stage it was over 6, so India pulling back, and now it's Australia's turn to pressurize the Indians. Karthik gets a lot of applause from the audience. He's a good utility cricketer, Dinesh Karthik. Never easy when you've been a keeper all your life to field and change your format. But he's been pretty decent in the field. .145 for 4.
Australia so far losing early wickets, that of Gilchrist and Hodge. Hodge would have been disappointed. He got his chance because Ponting's out for this game with a hamstring, so he got his chance at number 3. Didn't capitalise on that. LBW to Srisanth. Andrew Simons went for 7. Matthew Hayden 34. 2 not out batsmen Clark and Haddon.
15 extras in that total. Certainly a little on the higher side. Zair Khan was impressive, 1 for 27. Srisanth once again major destroyer, 3 for 36. Irfan Pathan also doing a fairly decent job. These two have run really well between wickets. 24 singles, just 4 boundaries in that partnership of 55. But have quite enjoyed the pace of that partnership. They've given respect to the situation. So it's started to slowly build up now. Yuvraj Singh is coming on to bowl, slow left arm spinner. .49 wickets. 1 more to get to 50.
Yuvraj Singh, he's on the receiving end of some hefty batting too in England. Mascarenas hitting for 5 sixes. Final over at the Oval.
Srisanth had to do a bit of work, and is now adjusting him at long off Yuvraj Singh.
Very popular cricketer, Yuvraj Singh, especially after South Africa. Looked like he was enjoying himself on top of that bus going through Mumbai. People everywhere, and he was doing a little jig.
Michael Clarke, it's such a joy to watch when he's playing against the spinners. Comes down the track, unruffled approach. And it's gone straight. No chance for Srisanth. That was hit very hard by Haddon.
Yeah, Brad Haddon's very good striker of the ball. Playing today as the specialist batsman, normally a wicket-keeper batsman, but moved his feet, got to the pitch of the ball and hit it with enormous power. And well placed as well, mid-off, quite wide.
Australia 151 for 4. Third 50 coming at a good time, at a good stage. Second 50 took a few extra balls. First one was also at a smart pace. 56 ball 50. A little pensive corner that. That's more like it. Always looking for runs. This is where this partnership has been good. 149 Michael Clark.
Katan into his 6th over, for 21. Reasonably tidy.
It's been a massive crowd. They're making a lot of noise, but this partnership has sort of depressed them just a little. This is brilliant to watch. Unbelievable scenes before the start of the game. We had to really walk good 15-20 minutes because the traffic was jammed. So many cars, so many people. That's wide.
Yeah, it was a bit of a battle getting into the ground today. People everywhere, inside and outside of the ground. I was out in the centre before the toss, and the atmosphere and the expectation today was electrifying. Obviously that success that they had in South Africa has really given added interest for this series.
Yuvraj Singh is pretty decent at point, in fact more than decent. 50 for Michael Clark. Crowd will realise it now. But what an innings, under pressure once again, doing the job for Australia.
Yeah, an innings played with a level head, Michael Clark. Need a partnership. Wickets falling around him, but he's played very well. Played within himself. 68 deliveries he took for that 50.
It's Yuvraj with a clean pickup this time. He's always on the move. Such a pivotal position, that point in one-day cricket. Does a fantastic job, Yuvraj Singh.
Brad Haddon there. He's holding someone up. Something's caught his attention. And put the black sheets over the advertising boardings. So out they come.
Well, he's played 5 balls in this over. Now he realizes that maybe It's clever really to wrap up the board with the black sheet. I hope he doesn't get out now. Almost got rid of him. 155 for 4.
Michael Clark hit 5 fours in his very well made 50, most of them off his legs. This outfield is very fast and generally just relied on timing throughout his innings. And a 6 down the ground. 22 singles in his 50.
He worked extremely hard for those runs. 50 from 68. 5 fours, 22 singles. But innings played just at the right time and a lot of stress. Good partnership with Haddon.
We have to call Prince. Dave. How are we doing, Dave?
.155 for 4. Adam Gilchrist left early, but Brad Hodge for not. This partnership has taken Australia to a comfortable position. Adam Gilchrist was picked up brilliantly by Yuvraj Singh at point. Zahir Khan got India off the mark. And then Hodge got a good one from Srisant. Wicket to wicket, a little bit of in-drift. And that was enough for the umpire to adjudge it in favour of the bowler.
Matthew Hayden went for the big one and was undone by a little bit of swing into him and took middle stump out. So he would have been disappointed with that. And LBW, Andrew Simons, held his bat up there just to suggest he may have got an inside edge. But the slower ball doing the job for Srisant. India's bowling has been dominated by Srisant, who's got 3 wickets, 1 wicket to Zahir Khan.
Back line with Yuvraj Singh. Dhoni taking a bit of risk here by introducing Yuvraj to this pair. Both have played spin well.
Australia now moving reasonably well. These two, Haddon and Clark. There's the projected scores. 6 and over, they get 273, which I think they'll be more than happy with after their start.
Good stuff from Yuvraj, just mixing it up, changing his pace every now and then. A bit of spin as well. Yuvraj making the batsman think.
Had a quick chat to Ganguly before the start of the play, and we commented on the pitch, and he thought that it may take a little bit of spin, which it has, and he said there might be a little bit of variation in the bounce, and certainly good carry through to the keeper. But also the odd one just keeping down a little bit. End of the over, 156 for 4.
Good over from Yuvraj, kept things nice and tight for India. India's bowling has been pretty impressive. Pawar, after a good start, was put away for a few, but he's still got 6 overs left. Irfan Pathan has once again shown the talent that he has. No wickets yet for him. RP Singh was a little expensive. 3 for Sreesanth. He just lifts the entire team, Sreesanth. He's aggressive, he wants to have a word with the opposition. He needs to develop a bit of style though. He can be over the top at times, Sreesanth, with his antics. Intense character, enjoys his cricket. That is so important. Very good shot. Yuvraj was protecting the boundary at point, and so quietly played by Haddon. Good thinking. Using soft hands.
Yeah, just short of a length by Pathan and Haddon, just using soft hands to get the ball down by his feet, and if both batsmen take off at the same time, virtually impossible to get run out in that situation.
We haven't seen a lot of swing from Irfan Pathan, but we've seen a lot of variations. And that is because his role has changed. He's not operating with the new ball anymore now for India. And so really to survive in the middle of the innings, you need to have all those variations. You need to bowl as straight as possible. These are not bad figures at all, going at under 4 and over. Chase and RP Singh couldn't do anything about it. This really is an unreasonably quick outfield. Even the half shots have carried across quickly for a 4. RP Singh had no chance, no hope. He was square. That ball was played fine. Coming down the track and making his own length to that delivery from Pathan. Once again, good use of the feet. Mid on just a little too deep to protect that single. It's 163 for 4.
Honestly, that
Thing will continue. Damien Fleming and Shiva Ramakrishnan in the comm box.
Thanks, Ramesh. Otherwise, it looks like a partnership is building when you're on there. It's a good one. 73 of 95 balls. And good running between the wickets. They understand one another extremely well, Clark and Haddon. 6 boundaries for Clark, 3 for Haddon. Been outstanding the last run, trusting one another. He's gone straight down the ground, likes to use his feet. Rudra Singh is in the deep. Steve Buckner waiting for confirmation. Has it gone the distance? Boundary signalled. Good evening, Damien Fleming.
Yes, good evening, Shiva. This is where Haddon loves to hit. Hit straight over the top for spinners. The quicks he prefers to pull the ball. But here it's good balance. There's no one straight over Yuvraj's head, so that's an excellent shot.
Much better this time around. Dinesh Karthik, the fielder. Used their feet extremely well, getting the elevation. And when he hit it straight, no danger with the men wide at long on and long off.
and the lack of spin as well. He's had to hit that up on the up. He would have been in trouble if Yuvraj was a big turner of the ball. Changing field, coming over the wicket now. Singh to Haddon.
Very good stuff. Very good athlete, Yuvraj Singh.
Well, he's done a pretty good job so far. 2.5 overs for 12 runs. So he's done a good job for Dhoni. Athletic in the field, plenty of energy.
Running the first one hard. Brad Haddon will pick up 2 to end the over. 170 for 4.
So Brad Haddon and Michael Clarke now put on 80 and 100 balls, so good run rate there as well. Teammates in New South Wales, close friends, good communication in this partnership so far. So this partnership's building, Shiva, and India need a wicket now, looking at a score around 280 for the Australian team.
Well, the red pillars signify the power plays, the first 20 overs. India did well, picking up 4 wickets. But thereafter, good recovery from Australia. Irfan Pathan will continue. Hasn't picked up a wicket yet. Into his 8th over, none for 31. This has been one of the problems for India in the longer format, the 50-over format. Not being able to pick up wickets in the middle overs.
Yeah, it's tough work. Wickets always build pressure. Pathan's made himself more into a hit-the-deck change of pace bowler. Sreesanth got 3 wickets to rip through the Australian top order.
Great hit. There is protection in the deep. And a desperate dive. Has he kept it in? Zahir Khan, the fielder, has given his 100%. I think it will be referred to the third umpire. As the on-field umpire Shastri trusting the fielder's call.
Zahir Khan, the big quick, throwing himself around the outfield. I think he's done a good job. I don't think his body was touching the rope as he was on the ball, so he stopped it there. Is he? Well, it's hard to tell from that angle. Another change of pace there. He's just trying to mix up the rhythm of these 2 batsmen. Another shot of the dive there from Zahir Khan. Pause from the bowler. It's always good to save even 1 run when you're bowling, isn't it?
Good dive from the fast bowler.
And he got up as well.
You've seen a lot of fast bowlers dive, especially the Australian fast bowlers.
Where are you going here?
You used to make stops like that, you, David?
I used to jump over him. I thought I was playing volleyball. He used to call me the bridge. A lot more athletic these days. So Pathan yet to get a wicket. Interesting to see where his career goes in Test cricket in this sort of role here. He's at his best when he's swinging the ball as well.
Hasn't timed it too well, just a single. India very much on the defensive at the moment. Just the 4 men inside the ring. Plenty of open spaces to pick up the 1s and 2s.
Michael Clarke just showing the maturity, particularly in the last 12 months. He found himself out of the Australian team, got back into the Test team when Shane Watson was injured, first Test of the series, first England. Got runs in that Test. And a slog there from Haddon, but he's got away with it. They're pushing hard. It's gone all the way for 4. So good over again for the Australians, 177 for 4.
Very good strike rate for Brad Haddon. It's a very effective player down the order. Often underestimated. Can get quick runs. Not coming from the meat to the bat, but he's bisected the fielders in the deep. Hayden got off to a start, then threw it away. But Michael Clarke and Brad Haddon have done the job. They've got to carry on. And the ball will be changed. After 35 overs, we are into the 35th over. It's at the commencement of the 35th over. 34 overs have been bowled. The 35th over about to commence. And they've taken a changed ball. It's the new one-day international regulations. So it was after 35 overs. We're taking it at the commencement of the 35th over. Also a bit of a confusion coming to the new laws about the front foot no ball rule being a free hit. Just having a chat with the match referee Chris Broad, he said the foot fault, even a back foot cutting the return crease, is a foot fault no ball. So a free hit can be given to the next delivery. What's happening? The ball's been changed. We'll wait and see what happens next over.
You get another ball. Also, talking about Michael Clarke and maturity, I thought he was very underrated in the Australians World Cup win. Him and Nathan Bracken with the ball were the two underrated players. And he was a player when he first got in. He got a magnificent 151 here on Test debut. But his game was based on flair. And now he just seems to have matured, backing his defence and knowing that he's got flair and attacking shots once he gets going. And I think this innings, Shiver, once again, is a blueprint for the way middle order players should play in the middle order when they lose early wickets.
Well, the attitude has been good. Must feel a lot comfortable, Michael Clarke, although the support is for the home team. And plenty of support and sponsors following India after the triumph in the 2020 World Cup. And getting to Michael Clarke made a Test match 100 in his first appearance here. So the comfort factor must be pretty good, batting out in the middle. He's such an effective player. The placement is good. He puts pressure on the fielder in the deep.
Well, as players, you generally have grounds that you do better than others, don't you? And there's no doubt that that man on the screen enjoys himself in Bangalore. And the partnership has been great in runs and run rate, but I've been impressed by the communication and the pressure that these two batsmen have put on the Indians in the field. Picking up quick singles, pushing ones into twos.
An easy single to be had. Remember that particular Test match when Michael Clarke got 100. He was in the 90s. I think it was 96, Michael Clarke. He was wearing a helmet against one of the faster bowlers. He removed the helmet, asked for the cap. He wanted to wear the baggy green when he reached his first Test match 100.
I wanted to do that as well, but I just got to 71, Shiv.
Now that he retired, forget it. 48. As Brad had him, Michael Clarke, the man of strike. He's worked it nicely. Could be a boundary. The fine leg was inside the ring. Deft touch. And he has been in superb flow. 183 for 4.
If you up the tempo of your heartbeat for 30 minutes a day, you could reduce your chances of heart disease by half. Pick up the beat at bhf.org.uk.
Entertainment for Michael Clarke. And Brad had it. Partnership of 93 in just 112 balls. 15 overs remain. We've seen a lot happen in the 2020. The 15 overs is a lot of overs. Plenty of bowling options. Zahir Khan was the pick with the new balls. Srishant a little wayward at times. Bowled a few wides, but more than made up for it by picking up 3 wickets. The other bowlers, RP Singh, Pathan, Ramesh Pawan, Yuvraj, haven't picked up a wicket at all. That's been the problem. That's the Future Cup, a 7-match series, and it's a long series. Ramesh Pawan pushed to sweep a point in the deep. The Don is inside the ring. Wants to. Brad Haddon will just get the single.
For Yuvraj Singh in the 2020 World Cup there. That's the Future Cup trophy. 7 matches in this series between the world champs in 2020 cricket in India and 50-over champs Australia. And this is building into a fantastic tussle. India won the first early 15-20 overs. It's a change of pace there, and that is just a superb shot from a man in form. Not trying to overhit the ball, hitting the gap. Only the class players can on-drive with power like that. I think Zahir Khan's blinking his eyes in disbelief how hard small Michael Clark can hit the ball. And it was the off-cutter, but the length was too full.
It generally gets into the 130s. Last delivery was 120 Ks. Struck very nicely. No fuss about that. The calling's been good. Calls immediately, which is one of the good things to do as a batsman when you play in India, because the crowd being very loud. Run 49, Brad Haddon. The sellout crowd. They've enjoyed the cricket thus far.
So Brad Haddon, 49, not out. Good bowling there. Just hitting a better length there, Zahir Khan, but Brad Haddon finds himself in the team. A couple of injuries. Wicketkeeper batsman back home, a dominant player at domestic level, and worth his place as a batter alone. And that shows the flexibility of this Australian team. Plenty of support for the Indians today. Been a fantastic crowd, plenty of noise, plenty of enthusiasm.
50 for Brad Haddon. What an effort this has been. Came in at a time when there were 90 for 4. It's been absolutely fantastic. Celebrations from the teammates, not so much from the crowd, which is disappointing. That's been an innings worth watching.
100 partnership as well for these two. So second international one-day 50 for Brad Haddon. High score of 70 versus the West Indies in Malaysia last year. Strike rate good, just the 1-6. He knows plenty more to come.
We'll pick up an easy single to end the over. 191 for 4.
And they're enjoying themselves out there. Sachin Tendulkar hasn't been used with the ball so far, but he's got plenty of work to do with the bat tonight. And the crowd will enjoy their hero getting out there and taking on the Australian quicks early on with the new ball.
Absolutely fantastic, this partnership. Coming in good time as well, good contributions. The even contributions, 45 in this partnership from Clark and 50 from Haddon.
I think the same hairdresser there too. Same hair colour. Good mates, these two. That's where the communications come from today. Back foot drive there. Will that go all the way? Quick outfield. Gandia gets on the outfield. So another 2 there for Michael Clark. And the 100 partnership here. 41 singles. So they've worked hard running between the wickets, putting pressure on the Indian fieldsmen. 10 fours, and just the 1-6 as well there. Generally when they've gone over the top, all the way for 4 and 6.
We need to bat a few more overs. Plenty of batting remaining in the low order. Like to throw their bats around. 13 overs remain after this. Highest 5th wicket partnership here in Bangalore. 103 of 120 balls. Yuvraj Singh has a chance, misses it. A direct hit, should have been stranded. Michael Clark wanted the single. In the end, no direct hit, he's safe.
Good contest there. That's the area where Michael Clark prowls for the Australians. Yuvraj moves well, good quick release. And with a little bit more accuracy, Michael Clark will be on his way.
Again, the slow delivery. Brad Haddon's made a good 50 and he's played some excellent shots. Likes to use his feet against the spinners and he's extremely good when he hits straight down the ground. Deft touch, that was a beautiful shot, playing late. Hit very hard, was in the air, had no chance for the fielder, even in the deep. Good elevation on that one, got the distance as well.
He's got lovely wrists, hasn't he? Like when he needs to go over the top, he can really get some bat speed up, but if he gets some width outside off stump, he play the late cut.
Hit something on the way through, may clip the pad. Taken by Dhoni, but no appeal. He's looking for the wild slog over mid-wicket.
Yeah, that's a slog. He's eyed up RP Singh. Got it short. Probably just that extra bounce, which we've seen all through today, and that's hurt a little bit. Got a little bit of flesh on the hip area there.
It's got to be an important spell, this one, for Rudra Pratap Singh. Just the 3 runs in this over so far. Aldia wide. A bit of a limp from Mahendra Singh Dhoni as he collected the last delivery.
Well, there's 2 overs there in extras from the bowler. 11 wides, 1 no ball. So Dhoni won't be happy with that. And there's the 50 for Brad Haddon. He's hit them just about everywhere there. Preferring to hit pretty straight. 3 boundaries straight down to the offside. 6 over mid-on. Generally what he's got, his signals, it's been to the leg side. And late cuts as well. So he's pretty hard to contain. I mean, that's the area there on about middle stump, angling away to off, where he can't open up the face to hit through the offside. And that's the end of the over. 37 overs, Australia 195 for 4.
Well, plenty of characters here come to enjoy this game. They look for an Indian victory, but we had some great entertainment from the Australian batsmen. $55,000 the capacity. Maybe there are 60,000 people in, plus the cops. And should look at 6 and over. 273, 280 will be a good score to defend under lights. Zahir Khan will continue. 1 for 35 for Zahir Khan. They bat very deep, Australia.
Well, here's the next 3 batsmen for Australia. James Hopes, who's just starting his international career, gets hundreds at first-class level. Bradley Hogg, very, very effective there in the lower order, averaging 21. And Brett Lee, 18, but we know he can strike the ball long and hard. So another good quick single there between this Australian pair. So there is some hitting to come, but ideally they'd want these 2 Australian batsmen to bat the next 8 overs. So Hopes, Hogg and Lee, very competent late order batting. Stuart Clark, strike rate of 86. He generally hits straight and long. And Mitchell Johnson, who's not the worst hitter of the ball going around either. So there's some hitting power to come for the Australians from the big fast bowlers.
He smashed that. That will remain hit. What a magnificent shot this from Brad Haddon.
200 up. That was an absolute tracer bullet there from Brad Haddon. Just watch the wrists again. He just gets himself in a power position down below and just lets the wrist go through. Oh, That's awesome power and pace.
Change of angle now. Kenny's charged him, hasn't timed it too well. Ramesh Pawar the field in the deep. Gives the batsman enough time to pick up 2. But the boundary, just take a look at the front leg. He gets his front leg out of the way. It just depends on the flow of the bat, hitting it through the line. Great shot selection.
Yep. Also, it gives him options. If Zahir Khan goes leg stump or middle, he can go over mid-wicket. So, by getting that front leg out of the way, you've really got some good options, 180 degrees.
There is a big gap between the man at deep square leg and long on. Looking for the Yorker. Just get the single. Dinesh Karthik in the field, not playing today in the 11. .76 for Clark. Plenty of time to get his 100. Good Yorker to end the over. Single off it. It's 204 for 4.
Zahir Khan just getting it right on that last ball. Got to get it right in the block hole when you're coming around the wicket to right-hand batsman. And there's the scorecard so far for Australia. Gilchrist went early. Matthew Hayden on a good partnership with Michael Clark. Brad Hodge found dead in front LBW. It was Sreesanth who ran through the Australians, knocked over Andrew Simons as well. And the story of the day has been Michael Clark and Brad Haddin so far. Already up to 114 runs, this partnership. And the Australian partnerships, Gilchrist and Hayden, Hodge and Hayden over pretty quickly. A nice little partnership with Clark and Matty Hayden, but the big one's been the last one there, which is Clark and Haddin. And Sreesanth has been the pick of the bowlers, 3 for 36. And it's been that inability not to pick up a wicket in the last 15, 20 overs, which has let the pressure off these 2 Australian batsmen.
We've seen a numerologist, I don't know if you believe in numbers, David. Rudra Pratap Singh wants to call himself Rudra Singh. String down line. Easy pickings for well-settled batsmen. You don't bowl on the pads for Michael Clark. He gets into 77 plus 4, 81 for him, 9th boundary.
So RP Singh coming over the wicket. If you pitch on leg stump, you're going to go. He's got lovely hands, Michael Clark. Just gets the timing right, placement right. 4 runs all the way on this quick outfield.
Pressure's on the fielder. Always running the first one hard.
So RP Singh bowling to Michael Clark. You just see the blue ones there, particularly the furthest up. Both went for 4. And the ones that didn't get scored off that grey area generally been around middle stump, around that 6-7 yard mark. Just can't afford to get anywhere near middle leg stump to Michael Clark.
So he's decided to cramp him for room. Going round the stump. Inside edge will result in yet another boundary. It's turning out to be an expensive over. 9 runs already of the first 3 balls.
For a moment there, and RP Singh would have seen that hitting the stumps. And the French cut has been used nicely by Brad Haddin for 4 runs. Oh, that's close. Leg stump. Could have easily gone back there. So 9 runs off 3 balls. Real pressure on RP Singh here. Will he bowl the Yorker? Can he change his pace with an off-cutter?
Well, the crowd thinking it was a catch. Bump ball. Should be in for a treat if the run chase is good later in the evening.
Oh, definitely so. Massive crowd. A lot of noise. A lot of flags. Enthusiastic yelling. And there's plenty of stars on the Indian team in that batting lineup. Also get to see Brett Lee unleash himself. And they're pushing for two. Good running. It's been a feature of this partnership between the two New South Welshmen.
With Sachin Tendulkar in the deep, giving away a couple of runs. It's a bit uneven, the outfield. And look at that, he's running the first one hard and put pressure on the field and the deep. Excellent running between the wickets. That's been one of the hallmarks of this partnership. 215 for 4.
So still plenty of support here for the Indians. A couple of wickets would stir this crowd up. So far the Australians have the answers. 11 overs to go. 300 is still a chance. So plenty of fans.
We certainly will look at 281, that's for sure. 11 overs remain. A few big hits, 300 is a possibility, especially if these two carry on till the very end. It's going to be a fascinating cricket underlies. There will be something in it for the faster bowlers, the likes of Lee, Stuart Clark. But India have a strong batting lineup. Yuvraj Singh from the far end. It's going to be quite interesting because both Haddon and Clark like to use their feet against the spinners.
Nice fight there from Yuvraj Singh. He's a tall man. If he can get a little bit of turn, that's where the worry was. And then he darts one in. So good change of pace. It's about keeping these two batsmen guessing. They're well set. Their running between the wickets has been fantastic. Nice soft hands. Open up the face. Easy single.
Good pace the last delivery, 103 kilometers now. Something very similar to Anil Kumble. Change of angle again for the right-hander. Left arm over. Intelligent cricket. Realised the short third man was a little square. Will pick up 2 runs.
Good batting from Haddon as well there. He just moved around the crease a little bit. And that just puts a bit of doubt in the bowler's mind. What is he going to do?
The conventional sweep will just get the single. I think the reverse sweep will come out, don't you?
He's more a traditional player, Brad Haddon. And he'll feel like the sweep shot will start to come out. He's got a lot of power for a small man. I still think he might want to run down and hit over the top.
It's quietly moved on to 84 now, Michael Clark. Be delighted if he can get another 100 here, this time in the one-day format. Strike rate excellent.
An important one too. There was wickets falling all around him. So nothing off the last ball. After 40 overs, Australia 220 for 4.
Came together at 90 for 4, these two. Clark is batting on 84, Haddon on 66. It's been a good pitch to bat on. Early loss of wickets, couple of them. 18 for 2 at one stage, and then a little bit of partnership, 90 for 4 after that. Well, after the power plays, the red pillars signify the power plays. When India managed to pick up 4 wickets, they were looking good at 90 for 4, but now Australia in firm control. 220 for 4, 10 overs remaining. Ramesh Pawar into the attack. And to take you through the next half, it's going to be Ramiz Raja and Arun Lal.
Thanks, Shiva. Australia have really gotten control of this game now. Full toss, and that's been hiked over the mid-wicket for 6. That's beautifully done.
He's a bit of a risky choice. Pawar being asked to come in the dying stage of the innings when the charge is on would be just a touch risky and expensive for India.
Yes, indeed. Now he's going to be forced to try and hit the block hole on certain occasions. He started with conceding a 6, so that's extra pressure. And certainly now the Indians are intimidated by this partnership. Magnificent work, 137 of 144. I'd like to remind viewers that it was 90 for 4 at one stage. Australia were under a lot of pressure then. Hats off to these two.
Time to reap benefits of that wonderful partnership and stay at the crease. They were very good against Pawar in his first burst. Both players spin really well, and now maybe put away in his last stint.
So that's what he's endeavouring to do. He's trying to hit the length which the batsman can't get under. But they've got a 6 to begin the over. So that's Srishant, Tendulkar, all now pressurised. That's well played. He's going to push for 2. They're very quick between the wickets, but they'll settle for 1. That's been another feature of their batting. It's been the combination and the singles that they've run, pushed for 2s as well. Again, the full toss, just a single, 11 from the over. It's 2:31 for 4.
He'd be pretty unhappy missing out on that juicy full toss. This is a wonderful partnership, a comeback partnership after Srishant had dented Australia quite badly with 3 bodily harms. 3 for 36.
Well, that's surprising. 3 for 36 off 8. Srishant could have been used to dislodge this pair, but it wasn't. 1 more over to be completed for the 5th bowling option. Yuvraj has done a fair job. He's into his 5th. He's conceded only 19. But the most essential part being that wickets column is still blank. That's what they've done so well. They've taken singles, never allowed pressure to come on them, and then really put the bad balls away as well.
That's why they're the world champions at this level, at this format. Because there's a lot of self-belief. They're never out of it. They counter any aggressive situation. Many of their normal one-day cricketers are missing because of injury. So this is a terrific effort from the stand-in men, especially by Haddon.
Well, it's all about wickets, whichever format of the game you're playing. If you allow an opportunity for the opposition to get a partnership, then you've got to bear with the consequences. And at the moment, the Australians are completely in control. So at the current rate, they reach about 280, and they certainly would now be eyeing the 300 mark. Has he got his man? He's been given. So that is the breakthrough that the Indians so wanted. It's been provided by Yuvraj Singh, and it's also his 50th wicket in ODIs.
Good stumping from MS Dhoni. Looked extremely confident and in control when he was dislodging the bails. There you see quickly got rid of the bails. Haddon was very late in getting back into the crease, but played well for his 69, 234 for 5.
New man in is James Hopes, who I'm told sometimes even opens the batting for Queensland. He's the all-rounder. So a successful over by Yuvraj. It's 234 for 5.
That wicket coming just at the right time for India. They needed to pull it off in the last part of the innings. Haddon lost his cool. Came down the track and was beautifully done by MS Dhoni. Neat bit of stumping.
His 95 on strike, Michael Clark. What a magnificent 100 this would be. 95 of 107 at just the right time. Pawar with the ball. Again a full toss, and that's been hammered over the fielder for 6. That is 100. 100 Michael Clark. What a way to get it. Took on that fielder. It's his third ODI 100 and in a perfect setting.
A remarkable innings under pressure. A full house, and really had to produce the goods for Australia, because they had lost 4 wickets, lost a bit of the punch, and he's provided them with that punch now with that 100.
Lots of pressure on Ramesh Pawar. He's really losing it. Full tosses that have been put over mid-wicket. This is another one.
It was always going to be difficult really for Pawar to come in and bowl those quicker deliveries, because he's working against his nature. He's normally likes to flight the ball in the air.
Catch it!
More like that. Oh, athletic a bit of stuff from Pawar. Would have been a very good catch.
Well, he almost reached it. He's not a tall man. But that was, yes, the effort, A for effort, but didn't quite make it, but well bowled. These overs are extremely important. You've got a wicket. This is an opportunity to pull things back to about 270, 280. Restrict Australia now. Again, a full toss. Has he got enough bat on it? Yes, he has. Another 6. Ramesh Pawar has totally lost it.
We told you it was always going to be risky, and MS Dhoni, well, would not be too happy with his bowling change. Pawar not been able to bowl his usual flighted stuff. The pressure of the situation asking him to go flat, and he has bowled quite loosely in this last stint.
He's gone over the top, didn't quite get it from the meat of the blade. That's kept inside with credit. 2 runs that result, 16 runs from the over, 250 for 5. Yuvraj carrying on. So they're using their spinners in preference to the faster bowlers. Ramesh Pawar certainly didn't pay off in this situation. He's going to get one. Hopes he's got off strike. He's given the opportunity to Michael Clark. That's a good thing to do. Pressure on the Indians. 7 overs to go, 250 already on the board. They just need wickets. If they get another couple now, then only they can stop the Australians. Short, and he's pulled that, but he's found the fielder. He'll have to be content with just one.
He's very good with that shot. Every time the ball has been pitched on the shorter side, or a full toss has been picked up by Michael Clark, He's belted it hard over mid-wicket. Shoddy piece of fielding from Srishant. Allows batsman 3 runs. Importantly, he's got Michael Clarke back on strike.
Well, not a lot going right for the Indians. Single was on. That's all he needs.
On top of the ball, on top of the bounce of the ball. Finding the gap.
They'll be disappointed with that one. Room and length. Perfect for the drive. That's better. You've just got to keep it on the stumps. A single now is akin to a dot ball. That's the length that he would want. Just a hint of a way movement. Normally at this stage of the game, you'd want it sort of coming in and restricting any room at all. But 300 is probably what they'd be targeting, even though they've lost Haddon. But Michael Clarke is there, and he's the danger man. That's well bowled as well. That'll be just one.
What an innings from Michael Clarke. The fact that he is there now almost till the end is helping hopes, because as earlier mentioned, he was struggling against the spin, but because his partner has been so severe against the spinners, it has allowed a bit of a breather for hopes, and as a result Australians are thriving as a result of this bowling change. Back in business, the Aussies.
A slow ball, and he's played it magnificently. That'll be 4. 11 from the over. 267 for 5.
The highest stakes.
For their scoring rate is in front of you. It's the field restriction overs where the wickets had fallen is where India had control, and after that, that partnership has just taken it away and is getting bigger and bigger, much to the dismay of Indian supporters. Full toss, that's been turned away, but straight to the fielder. He'd be a little disappointed with that. Got himself into just the perfect position to flick it over. Fine leg in the circle.
He's timed the ball beautifully, Michael Clarke. Full pitch delivery being put away with a lot of ease and off the middle of the stick. Couple of feet on the right or left of the fielder, that ball would have gone across to the boundary in a jiffy.
Bit of a collision with RP Singh. It's okay. Smiles all around. But it did inhibit him from getting or having any thoughts of entertaining a second. Oh gosh, they're both going the same way. Two more to the total. He's doing it very well, Michael Clarke. He's not really throwing caution to the winds. He knows that he wants to be there till the 50th. That's what will ensure that Australia reach 300. And it's a Nimbus Sport production for the BCCI. That's the view of the Australian dressing room. Relief all around, smiles all around. At one stage, very serious. Made room for himself, got into a good position. Didn't quite connect.
Ricky Ponting not playing today, but hopefully he'll be available for selection in the next one. Their track record without him is not great. 42% as compared to 72% when he's the captain.
But I'm just told that Ricky Ponting plays off 2, and that's handicap in golf I'm talking about. It's almost as good as he is with the bat. Well, we've got 1-2 handicapper with us. Greg Blewett is a 2 handicapper as well. That ends the over. A single from the last ball. It's 273 for 5.
This partnership looking good. 39 from 25 balls.
Well, Australia in command. 4 very long overs in prospect for the Indians. Michael Clarke is in complete control. In the commentary box is Greg Blewett, and with him is Barry Richards.
Swing and a miss, and there'll be a little bit of that. Australia be mighty happy with where they are now, though, and that's almost entirely due to Michael Clarke. He had a wonderful tour of India when he got his debut 100. And there we go. He got his 100 in a test match, that was. And good strike rate there too. He was just intent on giving Michael Clarke the strike. Quite right too. But it's been a wonderful test of temperament for Michael Clarke. He's had a few injuries in recent times, and he'll be mighty pleased with this.
I think the good thing about it too, Barry, is that they had a long layoff. They had about 3 or 4 months off after the World Cup. Well-deserved break, and then he came back in South Africa for the 2020s, and I think he only batted once. Faced about 5 or 6 deliveries, and that's been his hit. Oh, and that's smacked as well. One bounce for Michael Clarke. Played a superb innings here for Australia. Full toss, Sreesanth missing the block hole. And Michael Clarke, not easy to hit the low full tosses either, Barry, so he got good power into that.
Yeah, he just cleared the left side and whooped it away. And this shows you the value of having a player in that goes all the way through. Not just reach your 100 and have a slog and then hit one straight up in the air. Go right to the death. There's more balls to be bowled still. Well bowled, well played. Good cricket all round. But it is so valuable, and can India produce the same sort of thing? They've got plenty of batting in their top 6, but one of them's got to go all the way through. Will it be that man, Yuvraj? There's the change of pace, 141 to 103. Very good too. That's gone in the wrong direction. Sachin does the tidying up, but it got the desired result. A run.
There's the little master. I think they might need a gem of an innings from Sachin tonight. He's been in terrific form the last 3 or 4 months from India, coming back from injury. And there's the long delivery from Sreesanth. Delivered it next to the umpire. And there's Sachin. You know that it's a good wicket out there, and he'll be looking forward to a big innings today.
Beautifully fielded. They'll still get a run. End of the over. 281 for 5.
And Australia, of course, got some batting to come. Brad Hogg, Brett Lee, Mitchell Johnson can all hit the ball long distances. And there's Sreesanth, breakdown of his 10 overs. He made his 3 for 55, so he'd be pleased with his evening's work. Was a little bit erratic early, but most importantly got 3 wickets.
Yeah, 10 overs. I suppose you'll be pleased with 3 overs, but there were a lot of extras, and that means you've got to bowl them all over again. There's probably a couple of overs in there for Sreesanth and the rest of the bowlers, and in terms of extras, an extra 2 overs here when you've got a batsman like Clark in is quite costly. Hogg, Lee, Clark and Johnson. Brad Hogg, he's been sitting with his pads on for a while. He would have put his pads on when Haddon went into back. Long partnership there. Now a little cameo between Clark and Hopes. It's been a pretty good partnership too.
I wonder whether they'll send Brett Lee in ahead of Hogg. Hogg's a good player, but he's more of a nudger and runs hard between the wickets.
That's up in the air. Could be out. Is out. It's a no ball. Above the... yeah, there it is, called by the umpire. Michael Clark was almost marching off. Indians are not happy. Dhoni hands on hips. Umpire is convinced.
The Australian batsman just checking with the umpire whether it's a front foot no ball or the height. And we'll get a good idea of how high this was. It's got to be over waist height, and it was. And that's a good decision. So it's not a free hit.
He's treated it like it is one, and it's going to lob between 2 fielders. It's on for young and old. Yeah, this is going to be a few 20-20 shots, James hopes. He goes to 20. It's a 50 partnership between these two. In just 33 deliveries. Bear in mind, we're not through to 50, but the score after 25 overs, which will be half, was 130 for 4. And that's gone down to where slip would have been. Zahir struggling too. They're all looking for the block hole and missing on the high side. Another 4. It's carnage here. The crowd's gone very quiet indeed.
Yeah, an edge, and it flies away. Just too full. That's almost waist height as well, so just not quite getting it right, the Indian bowlers, towards the end. So Hope's doing a great job coming into the Australian side. 24 not out off just 16 deliveries. And I'm wondering whether they'll send Brett Lee in next. He's a big hitter.
Oh, these two might see them through. They're going to take him on. No. I
can't believe he got a good round of applause. He's not very well liked, is he? Sachin Tendulkar? No, only joking. He's absolutely adored all around the world, really. Such a great player, and especially home here in India.
Pat. I think it'll be just a single to the umpire. Oh, well spotted, because it was a little faint one.
Don't know whether Khan is injured here. He's just watched him last delivery running in, and he was just really ambling to the crease. So I don't know whether he's just a little bit fatigued. He just looks like he's struggling a bit. Look at him there, just ambling it.
Smacked away, just a 1, not really timed. Well, when they look back on this, India, they'll review it with a little bit of a problem. First 17 overs, it was 91 for 4. They weren't able to ram that 4-wicket in the first 17 overs home as an advantage, because the next 17, Australia scored 104 runs and didn't lose a wicket. And that's where they'll have to look at it between overs. Oh, beautifully done. Just pinched the strike. Over 17 and 34, they've done well. 293 for 5.
Michael Clark. Another good thing too about Michael Clark, he's gone right to the end of this innings, and he still looks reasonably fresh. Running between the wickets very hard, getting his fluids up. Every now and then the 12th man running out the drinks. Would have done a lot of fitness work when he had his break. So Australia looking at over 300.
Well, that's an unlikely score. And they were 91 for 4. But as Australia do on so many occasions, they're a world-class side. They've got themselves right back into this game. Maybe to just take the single.
Real positive for Australia. Win or lose this match is their batting. The fact that Ponting and Mike Hussey, who are two of their best one-day batsmen, aren't playing tonight. So I think that's very encouraging that a few of the backup players have come in and done their jobs very well.
That's put away nicely. It's going to be a tester. Just a couple. And quite right. You add Watson to that equation. 3 of their major players out of the equation. It really has been a fine effort. Michael Clarke has taken it upon himself. I just wonder what this does to the psyche of the Indian players. They would have been right on top of the world. The crowd was with them when they were 91 for 4, but it's all gone a bit quiet since then. Now you've got to go and lift yourself before you go out to bat. Again swatted away. Just the one, or will it be? Yes, just the one. Well fielded.
Yeah, I think they'll be disappointed that they've gone for so many runs, but they'll know that they've got a very good batting lineup with 3 big guns back into the 50-over side. And there's the breakdown of the wickets: 14, 18 and 78. And then at 90 for 4 when Simons went, they were in trouble, but then a big partnership between Clarke and Haddon.
Well bowled. Ideal delivery at the end of the one-day innings. Just a slight difference between the 20-over game, where it's just complete natural ability, and then you get a little bit of the 50-over game. It's more about tactics, working your way out of situations, just thinking your way through situations. You've just got that little bit more time, and Australia have come up trumps here. .299 seemed an unlikely score. Michael Clarke, strike rate of 100.
I think he likes it here at Bangalore. 150 on debut in Test match cricket, and now 100 in ODIs. I'm sure this is one of his favourite grounds now in the world for Michael Clarke.
One to go, 299 for 5. Just one to go. And that's put away. Just on the bounce. They're going to go for 2. Going to have to hurry. I think he's there.
Great stuff from Michael Clarke, coming back for 2. He's 129 not out, and he's still sprinting towards the end. Just looking in between the wickets here, Michael Clarke turns and runs hard and makes it easy. Good fitness and stamina. 129 off 130 deliveries. What an innings.
And again, swatted away. Just on the bounce. Beautifully struck. Giving himself room. And it's worked for James Hopes. And this is a little cameo from him as well. And there it is. The highest 6-wicket partnership at Bangalore.
Giving himself a little bit of room, slicing it over backward point. So he'll be very pleased with his contribution as well to this Australian total, James Hopes.
Bowled. Just the one. I think they were a little stunned, to be honest. 90 for 4, and now it's 306. All is not lost, of course, because of the quality of batsmen in the Indian side, but they'll have to play well. Be a test for a few of the bowlers. Mitchell Johnson, Tate. That'll be on the bounce too. And neither one.
I think the conditions are actually going to favour the Australians, because it has become very overcast, and then bowling under lights, I've got a feeling it might swing around a bit. The crowd will know that India are in massive chance of chasing down this total. I'll be interested in watching their stars go about it.
Oh, that's out. Just inside the boundary, neatly judged by Sachin Tendulkar. He said it swung just a little bit, so that little cameo comes to an end for James Hopes. Just one ball left. Brad Hogg will come to the crease, or somebody will come to the crease, but they won't face a ball.
Well, James Hopes going for the maximum, as you should at this stage of the innings. And all he could do was hole out to Sachin Tendulkar, who took a very comfortable catch at long on. So James Hopes, a very handy innings, 37 off just 25 balls faced, and the score now 307 for 6.
One to go. Oh, it's a run out. So 2 and 2. Michael Clarke is actually in the end run out for 130. He said it straight back to Zaire Khan, who's run him out, but what a great knock. Australia 307 for 7 in their 50 overs. It's going to be a terrific run chase from India. They'll have to play well. But Michael Clarke, man of the moment, he's done a fantastic job for Australia.
Yeah, fantastic innings from Michael Clarke. Bit of a smile there. He'll raise his bat, salute the crowd. 130 off 132 balls faced. Run out off the last delivery. Won't be too disappointed about that. He'll be extremely happy with what he's done and what he's achieved tonight. Well played, Michael Clarke.
Yeah, you'd have thought, I think if one of the Indian batsmen had walked off playing an innings like that, there would have been a standing ovation, but I think the crowd a little stunned. They were 90 for 4, Australia. And then Michael Clarke and Brad Haddin between them have turned this game around and given India a real target to chase.
Hopefully the clouds will blow away and we'll get a full 50-over competition. 308 to win. Let's get out to India.
He's surprised as well, Gautam Gambhir.
Yeah, he wanted that one call. Zaheer Khan started the Indian bowling off earlier today with a wide. But Brett Lee's had a good warm-up out with the off-field staff. Straight into 140 Ks. We know he can get up to 160. And it's a good night for it. Let himself go. He'll be looking to swing the ball into Gambhir.
He's looking at the corridor around the off-stump, outside the off-stump. You know Gambhir likes to feel for the delivery away from the body. It does score a lot of runs through the offside, Gautam Gambhir.
Yeah, he's beautiful through that point region. Where you can draw him up is by bowling straight and full. Get a little bit of swing. Might be a little bit hard while this rain's around for Brett Lee. But to get full, they might get a little bit of seam off the pitch. 2 slips in play.
Doesn't carry to the wicketkeeper. So the bounce was quite consistent when India bowled in the afternoon. Good decent speed the last delivery, 147 Ks. It doesn't carry.
And a little bit of rain as well. Ball will get wet. A lot harder to control. Also counts out a bit of swing. And then if the seam starts to get wet, really hard to control, you get less bounce. So it might work in India's favour with a wet ball. There's the ground staff pretty relaxed at the moment.
Great delivery this time, almost falling for it, Gautam Gambhir. It's certainly going to be difficult, like you mentioned the point, that the ball might get a little soggy. Difficult to grip.
And he's decided to hit the deck and he's rewarded by extra bounce. Pace is good, 147, and that's where you've got to be flexible as a fast bowler. I'd say Brett Lee, while he's watching the Aussies bat, would have been hoping in these, once the lights are on, that the ball might swing around a little bit, but with the rain you might not be able to, so he's got to bring his length back and hit the deck hard.
Great delivery. What a start this has been for Brett Lee. India needed a good start, but Brett Lee's had a good one.
Up to 149. Spoke to Brett Lee in the warm-up. He says the ankle's fine. He can let himself go. No longer with his great bowling partner, Glenn McGrath, who's retired. And look at that. Adam Gilchrist taking around head height, hitting the gloves hard. Hurts a little bit for Gilly, but it's a good side.
Starts off over the maiden over, none for none. Brett Lee has been very popular in India. Fantastic athlete. He's been a great performer for Australia. Unfortunately missed out in the World Cup because of that injury. A very strong batting lineup. Ganguly might have to bat lower down because he was off the field. Yuvraj Singh in good form. Rahul Dravid, Dhoni, Pathan. The last four were the bowlers, so they expect batting till Pathan. Mitchell Johnson, the left-arm seamer, will start from the Bemer end. It was very impressive against India. 4 for 11, his best against India in Malaysia last year. Tendulkar on strike. You can hear the crowd waiting in anticipation.
Yeah, he seems quite popular. Maybe Sachin. He's been in good form. 2007. Been caught in the 90s a couple of times, Shiva. 3 times in one-day internationals and once in tests. Just needs to get over that barrier. But if he gets a 90 tonight, you think that India are well on the way to chasing down this 308 to win.
Well, a couple of 90s against South Africa in Ireland. And then the other couple of 90s were against England. And he got them in quick time. But Mr. Johnson in the 2020 World Cup, good impressive wicket-taking ability there. The 6 matches, economy well accepted, just over 6 runs and over. And strike rate, 18 balls per wicket.
He'd be happy to do that in 50 over cricket, let alone test cricket. And that's a beautiful delivery, hinting it's shaping into Tendulkar, hitting the seam and going away. That's an absolute cracker to the little master. And he might be just blaming it on the grip. Probably going to hit that for 4.
He'd definitely forget this one. The feet started to move after the ball passed the bat. It's the natural angle that the left-arm seamer possesses, bowling from over the stumps. That would give him a lot of confidence.
There's the blueprint where Mitchell Johnson will want to get a huge percentage of balls there, right in the corridor of uncertainty, outside off stump.
This one has come back just a little bit.
And 145 Ks. When Mitchell Johnson was first unearthed as a teenager, there was talk of him being, you know, a 100-mile-an-hour fast bowler. Just since he's had a lot of injuries and getting into the Australian team, he's been more in the mid to high 130s. I just saw in the 2020 and already tonight, he's getting himself in the mid 140s. So that's starting to get near genuine pace. As we see a field change, Brad Hogg's gone from square leg to a deep point, backward point. So obviously Gilchrist is happy with the control from Johnson, angling away from Tendulkar. There's Adam Voges on for Michael Clark. Johnson speeds, that's excellent in your first over. And encouraging for Australian cricket and himself. Into the mid 140s. The umpire's having a chat to the batsman, but they're going to stay out there at this stage.
11 dot deliveries at the start of the innings. Tendulkar taking his time. The rain's getting heavier. Might be a wide. First one on the board for India.
So they're off the mark with an extra. There's a problem for the Indian fast bowlers. Mitchell Johnson just not quite getting it right there. Looked like he was trying a short pitch ball. Didn't get the line on that middle stump.
Big upfield, little pitch in line, up goes the finger, and Mitchell Johnson has picked up a huge wicket here. Tendulkar departs for no score.
Well, he was threatening to swing, and that one was full, and it just shaped in nicely to Sachin Tendulkar. Definitely wasn't going over. Mitchell Johnson absolutely pumped, and I still know that Tendulkar's the big wicket. So swinging nicely, pitching on off stump, and that's hitting middle stump halfway up. Good decision. So the little master's on his way. Excellent ball there from Johnson, and why wouldn't he be pumped up? First wicket for the Australians. Sachin Tendulkar on his way for a duck. India 1 for 1.
When is a good deal not a good deal on car insurance?
When I'm not rewarded for my careful driving, just because I've been on Mum's policy.
At Direct Line, all named drivers can build up a no-claims discount to use when they need a policy of their own. And as well as great prices, when you insure more than one car at your address, we'll give you an extra 10% discount.
That's better.
Visit directline.com or call 0845 246 8776. Direct Line, a good deal better.
Everybody wants perfect vision. Who wouldn't? No glasses, no contact lenses. I saw a difference immediately, and after a few hours, my sight was brilliant.
In the air, just on top of Brad Hogg. Will get to the boundary, it's a quick outfield, but just for a moment, Gautam Gambhir would have had his heart in his mouth.
It's risky, but it's where he does like to hit the ball square of the wicket on the offside. So first boundary for India. Gets enough height on it. And the outfit's been quick all day. Minimal footwork, but a beautiful time of the ball.
Well, again, the way we bounce might result in yet another boundary. By signal this time, but runs is what India need. Doesn't matter how they come, as long as they keep coming.
Well, consecutive fours here. Also, it's getting the ball wet, running along the outfield. All the way from four. Gilchrist getting half volleyed there. Two umpires having a chat. Does seem to have got a little bit heavier in the last few minutes.
Will decide to carry on. In fact, even Sachin Tendulkar, before he got out, was just having a word with Suresh Shastri, the umpire. He then said to him, let's carry on. the reaction after he was out, LBW, Sachin Tendulkar was looking up at the skies, looking at the rain. That plumb in front. It's the late swing that deceived Tendulkar. He's playing down the wrong line. Doesn't get much easier for an umpire. Great delivery.
And we're seeing a bit of this, aren't we? That's an RP Singh type delivery. Zahir Khan, the left-handers really worry right-hand batsmen when they can swing the ball in late like that. And it's the extra pace of Johnson as well. Elation for the Australians.
Again, the umpires will have a chat. It's definitely become worse. It's gotten heavier. What are they going to do? The ground staff should be well prepared to cover the pitch in time. Looking at it once again, not too sure. They decide now if they'll ask the pitch to be covered. Play will be suspended. A heavy drizzle here in Bangalore at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. But the early setback has already been achieved. By Australia, they dismissed Tendulkar. Great delivery from Mitchell Johnson. Gautam Gambhir has got a boundary, but not very convincing. Wonder how long it's going to rain. The weather report did say expecting rains a little later in the evening. It's been Australia all the way today. They come back very strongly. 6 of the players not playing from the last one-day international that played the World Cup. They've done extremely well, winning the toss, deciding to bat first. They must have been very happy with the total. 90 for 4. They were struggling at one stage, Australia.
Oh, it was against the odds, wasn't it? Michael Clarke just showing his ever-growing maturity, batting with one of his best mates, Brad Haddon, getting his opportunity through injuries, and he took it. And they not only built a big partnership, they took a momentum away from the Indian bowlers, and you just sense the Indians were just waiting for something to happen, and it didn't. James Hope's come in and played a nice cameo as well. So